Alright, what's up everyone? Sean Pickering here. This is my channel, Perminia TCG. I'm trying to do a few different kind of videos, a few different series. One of the first ones I'm doing here is I'm playing Magic Arena, starting with the beta. I've played a couple rounds on Arena, and that's about it. So my experience with the whole format and display and everything is going to take some getting used to. But what I'm doing with this series is I'm going to try to grind the FTP, the free-to-play side of it, and just see how far you can actually get. So this is going to be a free FTP journey, episode 1. So let's see how this plays out here. I have gone through the tutorial before, so spoiler alert, I'm going to beat it on my first try. Well, anyway, as we're going through it, I guess I'll introduce myself a little bit. Sean Pickering. I've been, you might remember my name from that one time I made day 2 of a Grand Prix.
The elves of Llanowar are impressive warriors. Good.
I've been playing card games pretty much my whole life. I remember my cousins playing Magic when I was, 5 or 6 years old. Didn't really start playing until Kamigawa Block, I believe. And I was just playing casually. I had cards and I played. And that was when I was like really playing with any real amounts of cards and decks. But once I joined the military in 2009 to join the Air Force, and I met up with some people in the dorms who played, and kind of just rekindled the love for the game again. And that would have been, so it was 2009. So what one was that? That was we were on like World Wake then. Were we on World Wake back then? 2009. We'll attack with everything we can. It's actually surprisingly hard to make sure I'm not making mistakes while I'm talking, so I'm going to get used to that. But obviously it's really hard to screw up this tutorial. It's pretty much designed that you can't lose, I think. I mean, boy, we were opening boxes of cards then, sitting in the dorm room just buying. We'd have to walk all the way over to the BX and buy a box of packs and then walk all the way back to the dorm and just sit on the floor and open them all up and see what we pulled, and then built terrible decks and played each other. So, and I kind of been playing ever since. That's the Magic side of it. I mean, I never played too competitively. I wanted to get into the scene for a long time, because I'm very much into poker. I'm a very competitive poker player, and I knew what it took to train and to do well in poker and to succeed. So I wanted to do that with Magic. You got a few problems with Magic though. One, the level or the commitment of players in the pool that you're trying to play with isn't really that great. A lot of them are college students. A lot of them are part-time job workers, 2 part-time job workers, and it's hard to justify spending time, really working on playing a card game that has such a low possibility of payout, unless you do really well. You have to top 8, probably top 4, a big event to even justify whatever money and effort you put into training that quarter. It's like it's a very high risk for, I would argue, mediocre reward. Poker is a much easier way to realize your winnings and to maximize the effort you put into learning. That's not to say you can't do it with Magic. Obviously there are plenty of successful Magic players, or I should say have been many successful Magic players. I think Jerry Thompson recently, and look, through this whole channel, I want to be really honest and say that I don't follow the professional scene that well. I mean, I have a Twitter, so I know kind of what's going on if I see people tweet about it, but I don't follow stuff all that well just because I'm not on the competitive scene. You know, I reserve most of my attention to poker, so that's what I spend most of my time reading in my spare time and trying to keep up with. So Magic is really kind of a backseat hobby. I don't think I'll ever get to the level of competing with Magic that I am with poker ever. It's just I just don't see it. I'd need a team. We'd all need to be working all the time, and even then, why would I do that over poker? So this is just for fun, you know. This is just a hobby.
Surprise attack!
And you know, I've been in the card game for a long time. So I had lots of cards, but when I left the military and started playing with people in card shops, I wasn't really a huge fan of the competition. I kind of thought people were kind of stuck up and kind of annoying to talk with, to be honest. And I'm not trying to like stereotype Magic players or make fun of Magic players. I'm just saying I didn't really find the card shop scene that great. I know there are great card shops out there, and there's great Magic players, plenty of great Magic players.
You need to mount a defense.
But at the ones that I saw in Minneapolis, the large majority just weren't that fun to hang out with. They want to talk about how their deck is the best, and anyone playing any other deck is an idiot or doesn't know how to play Magic. So I don't know. It just wasn't really my scene, you know. And now we have Magic Online. I don't have to interact with those people. And look, there's plenty of great Magic players out there. There's plenty of good people. If you have friends that play, if you're friends with people at the card shop, that's great, man. You're gonna have a great time. I definitely don't want to diss. Definitely don't want to diss all Magic players and all Magic shops.
Everybody but me.
I'm just saying what my personal experience has been and why I'm not a paper Magic kind of guy anymore. I was, like I said, a few years ago, but I really stopped playing paper.
Hey, nobody kills my
When did I
troops
stop playing
but
paper
me.
Magic? That's a good question. I remember playing the pre-release for Shadows of Innistrad. I remember... Oh yeah, well GP Minneapolis was... I played Mono Red. Kind of fatties.
Where's an army of expendable minions when you need one?
And obviously, actually, so that would have been...
Oh, here it is.
Which one had the dragon that you exerted to deal the extra damage? I don't know if that was Amonkhet or Hour Devastation. I'm pretty sure it's Amonkhet, because I don't think Hour Devastation had exert. Could have. You can see how out of the loop I am, so I'm getting caught up here. I'll be getting caught up.
Nice defense. He'd be a fool to attack you now.
Oh, he'd be such a fool. I mean,
Never hold back.
he's a goblin
Never
that
back
pretty much has
down.
no choice but to play 1/1s every turn, so he's got to do something. What a great mono red player. I actually have a lot of respect for mono red players.
It's time to bring the pain.
You know, you gotta be super aggressive. You gotta do a lot of math, and you gotta put a lot of faith in your opponent not being able to pull out of situations. It's either, it's kind of like just being hyper aggressive in poker, where except in poker, once you realize that your opponents can play well against you, What is this? Deals. Okay, it's a 7/3, no trample. So I think I'd rather keep the cat back to block. Don't worry, we're gonna make it, guys.
A good general knows when they're beat, so you should probably give up now.
Yeah, probably not. So anyway, yeah, I'm done with Paper Magic. I don't really see myself getting back into it ever. Pretty much be strictly online. I'm going to be doing a Magic Online channel as well. As well as, well, I mean, it's going to be this channel, but I'll be doing a series of videos for Magic Online. I'll also be doing one for poker. I'm going to show people how to grind micro stakes on online, because anybody can do it. I repeat, anyone can grind micro stakes in online poker. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it's not tricky.
Quick learner. So
It's very simple.
Challenging lesson.
And then I also plan on playing Magic Online, because I do think Magic's a fun game. I do enjoy playing it. I don't really know what formats I'll play on there. Probably sealed and draft. We'll see if I'd ever want to get into constructed, but that requires a lot of studying and paying attention to meta. So I don't know. We'll kind of see. We'll kind of see what happens with the channel and how it goes from here.
Birds fly freely, unfettered by
This is an experiment for me. It's something to do because I like playing games, and I like talking about strategy, and I like improving and taking criticism. Because trust me, I'm not going to be making the best moves, man. Just because I played a lot of card games does not mean I'm good at them. I am not a good Magic player, so you're not gonna. Don't be watching the stream to get tips on how to get a whole lot better. Unless I'm better than you, and then hey, I'll help you get to my level. But you're not going to be watching this channel to learn how to be a professional. Because I'm not him. So.
You've been paying attention.
Oh, I've been paying attention. It's almost like the only card I could cast was put in my hand magically on the right turn. Oh, good move. You've been paying attention.
Obstacles may block your path, but do not lose sight of your true goal.
Oh.
Oh, look at its little hat.
Yes.
So cute. Continue.
Oh yeah, we do have a soundboard, so that will be coming into play. Oh, I love doing this. Oh, you're so lucky I didn't have a combat trick. Oh. Oh, I forgot to draw a card. Nice. So anyway, yeah, I plan on playing a few different games on this channel, a few different series. But the point of this one is going to be, let's see how far we can get with free-to-play in Arena. Because I don't know. I really don't know. There's some people on Reddit that seem to think you can. My question is probably going to be, can you... Oh, does it make them bigger? No way. Could you grind a tier 1 or tier 1.5 deck in time to, you know, before rotation? You know what I mean? So if you grind and earn what it takes to make a tier 1 deck, well, do you do it in time to accumulate enough rewards for playing that tier 1 deck once you've crafted it to you know, afford to buy the next deck when rotation is? So
Deep.
I'm not sure. We're gonna find out, and it's probably gonna take a while. It's that's why they call it a grind. But it's one thing I learned from playing poker. I know how to grind. That's not a stripper joke. Not even sure what that joke would be. Titanic Pelagosaur.
Do not blame the ocean.
I probably wouldn't have known what a Pelagosaur was if I hadn't seen this, but it must be the big fin dude, which I have seen in drawings and on websites. Oh man, custom art spell to make a creature even bigger. I think we're supposed to spread it out here just because Blue likes to bounce stuff. And we don't want to get 1.5 for 1. It's not really a 2 for 1 because we get to keep one of the cars, but now this would be a 2 for 1. This would be a 2.5 for 1 if we bounce Sanctuary.
The student is a river.
Okay.
The teacher is an ocean. The
Okay.
master is also an ocean.
Wait, what? That last one sounds a bit fishy.
Fishy because
You know what?
You know
Mystic
what?
I was thinking of isn't even a merfolk.
you were thinking of Elvish, weren't you?
Actually don't know
I
what this
apologize. It was just nice to
is.
have some company.
We should get going.
Alright, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope, done that flying. We didn't even need to do that. So.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, well, good talk. Good talk, my man. I don't even remember where I was in my story. Once I start playing strategy games, I kind of start losing focus. We were talking about, I did kind of the decision to get out of Magic was when I went,
Let's head to Tarkir.
what was it, like 7-2 day 1 of a Grand Prix, came back for day 2, still managed to win I think 2 games, lost the rest, and didn't even cash. And it's just like, it's so much effort that you can put in for such a minimal reward. Like, I didn't even cash, and look, I've played poker for years. I know what it's like to make day 2 and not cash. It's not like coming back for day 2 meant I should have cashed. But like, even if I did cash, like if I won one more game to make it in the money, it would have been such a small amount of money. You know what I mean? It's like that the return was just way too slim for me. I don't think Grand Prix are really that good of value, and I didn't see it then. But even after that run, and even after I thought I did really well, I thought I picked a good deck for the meta, and I thought I did well. It just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. That I was like, you know what? I don't really feel like grinding Grand Prix. At market value, you know, if you can find a way to get sponsored, or if you're with a team that are sharing cards, and you're benefiting from their study as well, like not just the time you put in studying, but the time that you're not studying, they're studying, and you get to see their results, and they get to see your results, so you're kind of compounding information and research. I think the reward there is much better than doing it on your own. I think on your own, you have a very small chance of profiting at the game. I mean, there's plenty of information online. It's not like you're really ever doing it alone. But there's so much more to winning at Magic than just seeing deck lists and results. You got to put yourself in certain board states and positions with opponents over and over and over again, and know quickly, you know, do you bolt the bird? Do you do this? Do you draw, or do you sacrifice? You know, there's just so many situations in Standard that you just have to be, boy, I am so sure this is gonna die. It's almost like they have 4 mana. What could they do? And, so, yeah. So that was it for Magic. I could tell you a long story about what I did playing poker and what that history has been, but I might save that for the poker channel. Suffice it to say, I do play a lot of poker. I now live in Orange County, California, and it's a nice short hop over to Vegas whenever I want to play. And I play online all the time. Oh, I have drawn this. You're right.
Careful.
That's so good.
You can't afford to take another hit like that.
Why can't I attack? Oh, because he can't block. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Brain is turned on again.
Not first. Then it's time for some trickery of your own.
Oh, trickery. They'll never see this coming.
Cast it now.
Oh.
Headshot.
Got it. Viper Nang. Didn't she say something about me coming into her web in the beginning? So a viper has a spider web?
You've fallen right into my trap.
Oh, shoot.
Get ready.
Okay. And this is gonna probably take me a little bit of getting used to what phase I'm in to cast spells. Like, I see the damage pops up, so I know I'm in the damage step, but I'm probably gonna make some misclicks and some misplays because I don't like know what exactly what step of the turn we're on or whatever.
I'm at your mercy.
Oh, I saw earlier. Maybe I can't do it here, but I saw earlier that I can stop on their certain steps, kind of like you do in MTGO,
like you've let your guard down.
In Modo, as the quote-unquote old school players would say.
Now it's my turn. Hurry! Make some blockers!
That's not really the failed trump as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be that wah wah wah.
Ugh, why won't you die?
Why won't I die? Maybe if you were better at the game. See, I kind of wish. See, the one thing that Modo is, it's so much easier to see how many cards are in the graveyard, how many cards are left in the deck, how many cards are in their hand. Like, I know she has no cards in hand, but I would rather see a 0 than be like looking and making sure I don't see an edge of a card. You know what I mean? Or like counting how many cards are up there. So I think there's a lot of ways they can still clean up the interface here and make the game more.
Who were you fighting in the first place, anyway?
That's right. I was fighting Nicopolis.
After I annihilated you, I really didn't expect to see you again.
Yeah, I can understand that.
What? This is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much single-handedly handled like 5 planeswalkers in the lore, right? So, but sure, my little budget white deck is gonna take him on. That makes sense.
I'll make a deal with you, Planeswalker. Defeat me, and I'll let you go. Lose, and you will serve me for eternity.
Probably doesn't sound like that bad of a deal. Can I just take that and play the game the rest of the way working for him? Probably get a lot of good cards.
Sometimes you need to make a tough decision.
Yeah, Well, do I have to pick a planes? What if I pick one of my creatures? It won't let you misplay.
He'd just throw away a dragon.
You look surprised. I do as I choose with what is mine.
Turn 3
And it is
reanimate.
all mine.
Oh, each player discards a card. That was that limit down like that, or that would probably would have been an hour, I guess.
Everything here exists
Man,
or
that's a
perishes
bad
in
card.
volume.
I'd love to see my opponent play that in limited. I mean, I guess back then you could eternalize or whatever, and bring some creatures back, but still, like, man, a 2-mana 2/2, like at least make it a 3/3 or something, right? Or a 2/3 or a 3/2, anything. Like,
There is nothing
you get no
else.
benefit. You just have to discard a card and then 2/2. Draw 3 cards. You release them. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. If anybody has any suggestions on how I should be grinding that's different than what I do in the videos that you think might earn me some gold or whatever faster, man, toss me a comment, toss me a message, whatever you need to do. I do plan on streaming some live. It probably won't be the FTP channels though, because I really don't think people want to watch me grind FTP. You know, we could if I end up actually getting any followers that do care enough and want to see it happen. You know, just to hang out on a Sunday and, you know, play some you know, plays Magic, and they can watch me grind some FTP stuff once we get like a fun deck going or something, maybe like a fun mill deck or a mono red deck. But I mean, man, you're not gonna want to watch me grind the stuff live, I don't think. Although it would kind of help pass the time and interact with people when I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Well, that's pretty good. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't remember. Yeah, he does 2 of them. Nice. Wow. Wow. What is this, by the way? Is this Navi? Do I have Navi in the game? Oh, that's right. It's like what was that? Monastery Mentor? No, no. Monastery Mentor's the Mentor the Meek. That's what this guy is basically. Only you don't have to pay the mana. Nice.
My triumph is at hand.
Oh, get wrecked, Nicol Below. I'm going off.
We just might be able to pull this off.
Get wrecked, son. I need to get wrecked.
No matter. Soon there will be nothing left of you either.
Sure. Got it.
Hold back. So
That
you
could be
can
useful.
prepare for his attack.
Okay. So, no attack. So I'm gonna get used to this soundboard a little bit. Yep, that's pretty good. I think most people might think they're in a bad spot here. Oh, but wait! What? Did he draw the perfect spell to deal with this unique situation?
I've underestimated you.
Yeah, I'd say. I can kill this. Oh no, I only have 1 mana. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I'm like literally trying to guys when I'm playing.
Congratulations.
I'm not sure you can actually screw this up. Like, I bet even if you know, last 1 turn longer or something, you probably just draw another nutted card that makes it really hard to lose.
Such impudence.
Yeah. How dare your opponent cast good cards as well? That was another thing that would always get me. And look, don't get me wrong. It's not just Magic players that are bad, you know, because poker players are notorious too. You know, all they do is sit and complain about their opponent playing bad and not acknowledging the fact that if your opponents didn't play bad, you wouldn't have anyone to make money off of. It's like, but Magic players, man, they just, they can't believe that you would draw a card or play something that turns the battlefield in their favor, you know, in your favor, you know what I mean, against them. Choose your blockers, but keep your angel alive. Yeah, good advice. Oh, I see what it's saying. No, that's not what it's saying. Okay, because yeah, I can only play still, of course.
Admit defeat.
It's like they only want to have super
We've come
magnificent
this far. Don't give up
plays
now.
that turn the game around for them, and if their opponent does it blows their mind. Like, oh, so just a perfect ball.
Is wearing thin.
And I can only take so much of that. And I can't stand on poker players either, too. You know what I mean? Like, if all a poker player does is sit around and complain about a hand, or complain about bad beats and stuff, I don't, like, I don't associate with them. It's not who I sit and discuss strategy and try to improve myself in poker with. Is those kind of players. That's not who I want to be around. I want to be around people that acknowledge good plays, talk about the right thing to do. You know, man, Magic players, you gotta sit there for a whole day of it. And again, this sounds like I'm bashing Magic players. Like, that's not my intention. But, I mean, it does sound like it. Obviously, I like Magic players. There are good ones out there.
I'm impressed.
Are you? That's good. That's good, Nico. Nico Bodo.
Woohoo!
So good.
That dragon better think twice before he tries
Yeah, I'll
messing with you
say.
again.
So, looks like we got a bunch more decks. Interesting. I do like the legendary border. I actually think that does look pretty cool.
Pick one. It won't affect your games, and you can change it whenever you want.
Wild animals I like. People, not so much.
If I go with Vivian Reed, will people think I'm Reed Duke?
Whoa!
Whoa.
You got a quest. If you complete it, you'll get a reward. Go here when you're ready to play a game.
Alright, well, that's 30 minutes. So that's just the first episode. I'm going to keep going, and we'll make another one. So, thanks for watching, guys. And, you know, like I said, it's still early. I don't think you guys could really offer any suggestions for a way for me to improve what I've done so far, because all I did was do the tutorial. But as we move forward, if you guys think I should be doing something different to grind through the FTP mode, let me know, and let's beat this this journey here. Let's see how far we can